Lance, report in.
Red 10 standing by.
Red 7 standing by.
Red 3 standing by.
Red 6 standing by.
Red 9 standing by.
Red 2 standing by.
Red 11 standing by.
Red 5 standing by.
Hey historians, this is Mr. H, and I'm here to show you the study materials and resources you have available to help you study for STAAR, for the end of course exam for your U.S. history course. Now, the easiest way to do well on STAAR is to stay on pace with your coursework in Buzz. If you've been looking at this semester, you've noticed that you only have 3 units. Now, you might be thinking, wow, I've actually got a light semester. After all, the first semester is 5 units. Now it's 3. I can afford to slack off. That's actually really not true. Your end of course exam is in the first week of May, which means that you need to be done with the course by the first week of May. Now that essentially means that each of these units takes about a month. You have about a month to get through each of these. So guys, let me encourage you, stay on pace and never get it into your head that you can cram for material in the last week or 2 before STAAR. The STAAR test is too difficult for you to get away with that.
Look at the size of that thing.
Most of your STAAR materials are located on the class Google site. If you don't remember how to get to the class Google site, the easiest way is to go to any webmail you have from me, look at my signature, and it'll have the link to the class Google site. Now once here, look at the menu on the left-hand side. There's a page for STAAR Prep. Click it, and it will take you to the STAAR Prep page, which is where all the various kinds of materials and study items are located. Now my whole goal with this was to make sure that you would have a study resource that was geared toward what you need. Because not everyone studies the same way. What works for one person doesn't work for the other. And I wanted to make sure everyone had some kind of resource. What that means is there's a lot of resources available. And if I just tell you, hey, go to the STAAR Prep page, you can get confused and you can get lost. And you might just go, you know what, I'm going to wing it. Let me guide you through what is here. So the STAAR Prep page, at the top, is basically a little table that tells you what kind of resource is available, and then kind of a little blurb about it, and where it can be located. So let's start from the top and work our way down. The first resource is the Guiding STAAR Study Guides. Now what these are is a PDF study guide. These will have names, dates, events, concepts that you can use to study. These are meant to be kind of short printouts that you can look through each night. Now, where can you get these? Now, these are located at the bottom of the STAAR Prep page as attachments. If you scroll down, you'll see that there are 2 Guiding STAAR PDFs. One of them says U.S. History 1877 to present. One of them says U.S. Civic Ideals. Both are necessary. Now you can download them by clicking on this little down-facing arrow. That will download them to your desktop. Or you can click on them and they will open up, as you see here, in a different tab. Now, let me kind of walk you through what these have. Each Guiding STAAR study guide is divided into 3 pieces. The first piece is pressure points, which is basically years, dates. What are the important dates and why? So for instance, here you see 1776, what's going on, Declaration of Independence, etc., etc. Okay. The second element is a cast of characters. So you'll get names and then why you should care about these people. What did they do? The third element is called Big Ideas, which is concepts, events, and then again, why you should care. And this is divided up by era. So each era, for instance, you see this one is the Gilded Age, 1877, 1898. You'll see pressure points, cast of characters, and then Big Ideas. And then there'll be another one, and then another one, and another one. All in all, there are 33 pages for the main study guide. You can print them out, study them an era at a time, but it's kind of good to make flashcards. So this is one option that is available to you. The next option is for people who are a little bit more visual, the Guiding STAAR prep videos. Now, there are two kinds, so let's go ahead and take a look. Before we do, though, let me go ahead and say you need to be signed in to your school Google account to play most of these videos. If you need to check to see if you're signed in, go up to the very top of the screen, see where it says Heath right here. I'm clicking on it, and mine says GCISD. That way I know. Yours should say GCISD, whatever your student account is. If not, you can click on it and change it. If you're having difficulties with playing some of these videos, they can all be found in an alternate location, and that link is provided. So, where can we get these videos? First off, you can get them right here on this page. They're embedded. The first one is actually attached to the table. It's called America Old and Shiny. It is a quick overview of U.S. history. It's not very detailed, but it's a good 15-minute overview of what era flowed into what era. It's nice, it's kind of graphic, but it's a quick way to see a generalized overview of history. I like starting there. I would almost start there every week that you study. Just make it a quick little glimpse. Okay. The prep videos are divided into two kinds. On the left-hand side, these might look familiar. The Guiding STAAR prep timelines might look familiar because they're embedded into your Buzz course, but they're also here. In case you don't remember what these are animated timelines of each particular era. What happened in what year, what's important to know. Each lasts about 3 minutes. It's a nice little look. So sometimes these can be helpful. On the right-hand column are focus on videos, and they're basically more miniature lectures on each topic. So they last a little bit longer, anywhere from between 8 to 12 minutes. There will be more of these being added throughout this semester, so you might want to keep checking back. But the focus on videos are a little bit more in-depth, whereas timeline videos are a little bit quicker. Okay, let's keep on. STAAR war plans. Sometimes it's kind of tough to take all these resources and realize what you need to do when. The STAAR war plan was kind of devised to help you out with that. If you scroll down to the bottom of the page to where the attachments are, you will notice that there are two that are labeled STAAR war plan. One of them is a Word document, one of them is a PDF. It's whichever you want to utilize. Let's go ahead and click on the one that says PDF. And you see what you get is a very generalized 6-week calendar. It's not specific to any month. And what it does is day by day, it tells you what to study. Monday, watch America Old and Shiny. And you notice that it's a link. Clicking on that link would take you to that generalized history video. Then it says download the Guiding STAAR study guides, and it tells you which ones. Click on it, and it would go to those. And then on and on and on. It tells you what to watch each day, what to study, in what study guide. It's a good pace chart. Now you're sitting here going, yeah, but man, that thing looks like it's pretty packed for 6 weeks. I don't really have time to do that. I understand, which is why I've also provided this Word document called the Personalized War Plan. When you open that up, you'll notice that it's a blank calendar starting in February, March, April. And what you can do is you can copy and paste from the generalized STAAR War Plan into your personalized war plan, taking into account the days you take off, the days you have other things available going on, and that way you can kind of personalize for yourself. Okay, the next element that we have is called the Connect 5 Study Points. Basically, these are more flashcard type items. Like most of these, you can find at the bottom of the page where the attachments are. U.S. History Connect 5 Study Points. Let's go ahead and bring it up. What it does is it gives you a very generic timeline, and then you'll notice each era is subdivided into 5 categories: conflict, government, economics, geography, and art and technology. And then it gives you the terms in each you need to know. Now, these are just flashcard type items, but sometimes, again, some students need just kind of a list of what's important. Well, this is the list of what's important. The last element on the page is called the quick text textbooks. You might be familiar with these because we've utilized these in other areas of the course. If you click on the link provided, it actually takes you to another page on my Google site. The U.S. history is on the far right. Each unit has a quick text file. So let's go ahead and do it for cold days. What is this? Well, basically, this is a little bit more robust than the study guides, but less robust than your textbook, a little bit more visual. So this is a way to study if you need a little bit more detail. So as you can see, it's a little bit more visual. Terms are bold-faced. You can get everything, all the information you need on these slides, and then you can study off of these rather than referring back to your textbook. So it's a little bit of a quicker textbook. It's not as detailed as your textbook, but it's an option. It's something you can utilize. And like I said, it's available for each unit in our Buzz course. So you can go starting with all of these. You could download all of these and have kind of a little bit more robust study guide.
There's one last section that I want to make you guys aware of. It's called Decoding the Test. It's the last section in the table. And there's a little link that will take you to another page on my Google site that's devoted to these Decoding the Test videos. Now, the Decoding the Test videos are about 3 to 5 minutes long, and they cover very specific areas of the test, but what they cover is the areas the test has covered over and over and over and over again throughout the years. So it's essentially, if you're going to watch one set of videos, watching this set of videos is probably best, because it's going to cover, hey, they've always covered this, always. And when they cover it, these are the questions they ask, and these are the answers they're looking for. So as you can see, it's broken down by time period. So the Gilded Age has a couple, Progressive Era, and you can see electricity apparently has come up several times. The Panama Canal, reform, suffrage, these are the things that come up over and over again in the Progressive Era. So not only can these videos be very helpful as far as last-minute studying, they can be helpful to kind of guide your studying on the most important matters.
Okay. That is a quick look at the kinds of materials you have available to you, but remember where it all starts. It all starts right here in your course, Staying on Pace. If there's no questions, comments, or screams of angst, I wish you luck.
You're all clear, kid. Now let's blow this thing and go home.